Everything is like everything. Okay? Maybe if I were young, even if when I was young, I think, I don't know, I mean, maybe other people would judge me. Okay? Because when I was young, I brought up with a different Islam. Absolutely different Islam in my village. An Islam who I still dream of seeing it obvious in everyday life in Egypt. That's different. So I'm Muslim, I mean, born a Muslim. So I know that there are so different way of understanding Islam. I have witnessed the dramatic change in Egypt, in the Islam of Egypt. I lived this experience. I know exactly when this happened and when that happened. So whatever this discourse I explained, in my view, is not or should not be the only representative of Islam. That's my and I'm not alone of that. Okay, I assure you that there are, a lot of people in the Arab world and outside the Arab world that are looking for a genuine reformation of this discourse. That this discourse is a disparate discourse.
The first of which is the gentleman here in front. And then the lady, the second one. Okay, that's okay.
Okay, my name is Bert Bom, and my question is, what is the influence of the anti-Islam people discourse in the Netherlands and in the West on the contemporary Islamic discourse in the Middle East? Anti-Islam discourse in the Netherlands, in the West, or the anti-Islam people discourse? What is the influence on the contemporary Islamic discourse in the Middle East?
Well, very, very negative. Very negative. It is used not only to explain that there is some trend, some anti-Islam discourse, but it's presented as this is the West, that the entire West is anti-Islam. So Mr. Wilders' discourse is not taken to present Mr. Wilders. It's taken to present Holland. And you are tired to explain to the people that, of course, this, Danish cartoon, that the Danish government could not stop people from expressing themselves. I mean, Mubarak is not the ruler there. So you cannot condemn the government because they cannot stop people, because these are values that highly respected in these societies. So you have to respond to the voice, not to say this is the Dutch or this is the Danish. It's really very positive, used, manipulated by this discourse.
Thank you. The last question from Mike.
Thank you. I'm Steffi. I'm wondering, since you still have hope, what do you think is the possibility of change? What is, in your opinion, the best way to achieve the changes you've suggested in the last sheet?
There is a very simple answer. I hear some people say, leave us alone. Well, of course, I mean, I don't mean it this way. Well, how to find a way to encourage and enhance the voice of reformation, whether it is within European society or within Arabic and Islamic society. How to do this without being politically involved. It's a very, very difficult way to answer. Because the more the difficult influence is visible, the more those people who are seeking for reformation are subject to be condemned as westernizing. Okay, so there should be some way to encourage, this movement, but you need, very good politicians, non-corrupted politicians. Unfortunately, the world now is ruled by corrupted politicians all over the world. Obama is maybe an exception. That's why the entire world is looking for a miracle. Because a man is, is honest. I don't know how to do this. I mean, to encourage, to open, I mean, more scholarship to Muslims to study in the West, to study human sciences rather than, you know. We have a very interesting experience in Leiden. So many students came from Al-Azhar University, which is a very traditional university, and they studied in Leiden. And they learned, beside the traditional knowledge they got from Al-Azhar University, they came to Leiden, and with being they learned the methodology of critical understanding. It's wonderful. And we have 2 of those students who are teaching at Leiden University right now. This is now blocked for some reason. Okay, so it's not only a political decision to be taken, but, you know, this kind of cultural interaction, having, you know, open space to students to visit, to people to go to the Middle East and to study. I think this is also one way of, you know, helping change. The more, I mean, the pioneers of modern Islamic discourse in the 19th and 18th century were people from the institution who studied in the West, in France, in Germany, Belgium, in the Netherlands, and they combined this modern knowledge with traditional knowledge, and they were able to produce, you know, what we call reformation. This is stopped for the sake of immediate political interference, immediate occupation, for example, interference to attain immediate political end. But cultural interaction is more important and can create more sustainable development than the immediate political or military intervention. But I don't have the, you know, the recipe how to do that.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry I have to end this Q&A session, but I'm sure you can ask more questions when we are having a drink. I would like you to join me in a big round of applause. Thank you very much, Professor.
Thank you. Oh. Busy. Thank you.
Before we all start drinking, I would like to thank 3 more people who've been organizing this evening for you. That's the 2 people with the mic and the lady in the back. If they can stand up and we give them a round of applause, we can start drinking.